welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to the channel. We're gonna do FOOTGEARs today, and I have everything set up. Everything is ready to go. So let's start with this one. Let's start with Vital Tree Shoes. Vital Tree Shoes. So I think this is a very, very good shoe, right? 10% max HP. That's more than a card can give you most of the times. If you're talking about cards, you're looking at a Martyr or a Green Ferris card to give this amount. And it also increases healing and recovery by 10%. Gives 3 magic defense and 2 vitality, which is insane. 4 defense is as high as a boot, I think. Let me see. It's probably one of the, yeah. So it's 4. So it's the same base defense as boot slotted, but it gives 10% HP. So this one, I'm gonna go for S class. This has got to be an S class boot because of the fact that it alone gives a card worth of stats. You don't have to add anything to it. The only downside is that it's rebirth only, right? So you hit level 60, you can wear this. 30 HP every 10 seconds is a low HP movement recovery from a swordsman, so it's really good. It will definitely be an S tier boot. So we're putting on S tier. Oh, we're putting on S tier. All right. Next one, we're going for Sandal Slotted. Oh, you guys can't see, but I'm just gonna go 1 defense. It drops from a few mobs, not all of them. These are the mobs it drops from. I'm gonna go and straight up put it at C tier. You know, it's the weakest, like one of the weakest of all time. Do I think it's the worst? Actually, yeah, I'm gonna put an F tier. It's F tier because it has the lowest amount of defense. It's the easiest one to get. People sell this even at 1x servers for like 20k, like 10k. People are giving this shit away, you know. So this is the worst in the game. It drops from Cookie, Coco, all these other not so fun mobs. All right, let's go with Shackles next. So Shackles, I'm gonna put it at a B tier. Now here is why we're looking at a B tier Shackles. Not because of the fact that it only gives 3 defense, has no slot, right? This is a shit item. It's heavy as fuck, as you guys can see right here. 300. That's crazy weight, right? And it drops from all these mobs, but that's not the important part. The important part why it's B tier is because of the, otherwise this would be a strong F tier, but it brings back to B tier because it combos with this. So it is very situational, and I think BSB only brings it, Bloody Shackle Ball BSB only brings this up to a B tier because of the 50 flat attack damage, which is, every class loves this shit. Every class loves this flat 50 attack damage, okay? Alright. So that's a strong B, right? Let's go to the next one. Shadow Walk. Shadow Walk, not a lot of people wear it for a few reasons. One, weight is crazy high. Weight is crazy high, okay? It only rebirth can use, but the 10 magic defense is great. The cloaking, it's not good because level 2 you still have to be within walls to walk, so you don't want that. So this for me is one of the worst by far boots, and I will put this bitch at F tier for sure because it's terrible. I've never seen a build using this Even rogues hardly use, because there are other better things to use, even with slots, you know. Hungryyyy, it's also a pretty annoying mob to hunt. So yeah. Alright, let's go to the next one. Shoes slotted. Ooh, this is a classic. We have to put shoes slotted at a strong A. It's A tier for me. Actually, I'm gonna put a B tier again. B tier because you can drop it easily from Sohis, from Munags. Ancient Mimic can also drop as you're trying to get the agility boots, right? But very good boots to, because it has one more defense in shoe, so that's a double of a shoe, right? And it can use by every single class except novice. So you can make a very, like, you can spend a lot of time in upgrading a boot to level 8 or level 9 to get a bonus card, like let's say Firelock Soldier, right? And this is the best one to get because it's the easiest one to get, compared to boots, right? And you can use to literally every class. So the other alternatives would be limitations to classes, would be limitations to rebirth and other things like that. So yep, yeah, so this is gonna be a strong B tier for us. It's one of the best items to have, like, before trans classes as well. Sprained shoes. Sprained shoes gives 1 agility. It helps recover HP 5%. And if you have the full set with the mail and the sprint ring, it gives you a max of 7% HP and 7% SP, on top of reducing cast and after cast delays. Dude, if you look at this alone, plus 1 agi on shoe with a slot automatically. Crazy. 2, also it gives 2 defense, which is equivalent to a shoe. We're looking at this bad boy, easy S tier. This is one of my favorite shoes ever, dude. I love these shoes. The armor set is one of my favorites. It's great for any classes that spam skills. So yeah. Next, let's go to Tidal shoes. We'll drop from Ragged Zombie. So Zombie from Curse the Bay. Very great set also as well. Let's look at the descriptions. It gives 3 defense, a little bit higher than the base 2 that we've been looking at, and increases 5% water property. This is one of the only elemental shoes that gives like elemental resistance, you know. And on top of that, if you get a wool scarf which drops from the same map as this, you can get an extra 5% HP recovery and a 10% HP increase, which, as I mentioned before, this is easily a card. So if you got a card worth of value in the shoe alone just by using another set, you should do it. And this is one of the best. Like, if you're a trans class, you have to have one of these sets because of how much bonus things it gives. So I'm gonna do it like this. This is the order I believe things are. I still believe Shadow. So towards more the end is the worst ones. Towards the closest to the board is best, right? Next one, we're looking at Valkyrie shoes. So here, let's look at the stats. If you're these 3 classes, Archer, Mage, or Acolyte, you're getting a 5 times base level. So if your base level is 99, you times that by 5, you're getting max around 500 HP. And this, your job level maximum is 70, so you're looking at a maximum of 140 SP for this bonus. I quite like this shoe, to be honest. It's really good for you to combo with other cards that give flat percentage of what's it called, SP. Like my favorite card was to wear this on a swordsman wearing a Sohi card, so then I would get a shit ton of SP, which is very necessary to spam skills. So I'm putting that bad boy, I'm putting him A tier because not a lot of, I don't consider it quite S tier. This is not the one I seek after, you know. Um, and you still do need a card, and you still need to um, give decent upgrade for it, even though it has 4 defense, which is great, right? So the base defense is amazing, but I think the overall bonus stats are not good enough to put it S tier, so that's why I'm not putting it S tier. Next one, we are looking at variant shoes, and objectively this is the greatest shoes for some classes. We're talking about champs, we're talking about paladins, we're talking about anyone that abuses max HP, max SP percentage. This is a crazy one. People will pay incredible amounts of money for this. The only downfall is that if you want to upgrade it, you do lose percentage SP and HP along, but you do gain massive defensive bonuses. So I think I've never seen somebody going for the defensive bonus on this, but hey, tomato tomato, let's put this as the strongest S tier we got. Boom. Right there. Alright, next one. We're looking at Vidar Boots. Looking at here, we have 4 defense, and we're looking at 9% HP and SP. Dude, and the best thing is that this is not a boot that you need to be a rebirth for. And on top of it, you can also get a combo. 5 vitality, HP, and SP recovery to bonus 10% on top of it by grabbing actually really good extra items. These are not shit items. Odin Blessing combos with almost everything. Great item. Just very heavy, but defense amazing. You don't have to wait for any rebirth. Valley's Monteal, it gives almost pretty close to a Raydrick card. So like this is a bow-legged end game end set, so because of that, because of these stats and the potential of the combo, I'm gonna put it S tier. My fucking S tier, and I'm putting it right here in front of all of these other ones because I think Vidar Boots is one of the best ones. I don't know if it's better than Sprint, but one could argue because alone it gives the heavy amount of flat stats, right? So great fucking boots. If you can get it at any moment, you should, and you can leave it naked like this. You don't have to do anything to it. High fashion shoes, high fashion sandals, right? I have to zoom in because the thing doesn't fully catch, but we're looking at I think 1 defense, 2 defense, 1 slot, and 10 magic defense because of the buff that it gives. This shoe, in my opinion, truly is one of the best ones. It does have a cap of level, I don't know if it says here, but it does have a level required level of 40. I can't zoom down for some reason, but see right there, level required 40. It gives 2 of defense, and it is very limited to the amount of classes you can use. It's mainly classes that are magical. So I think because of that, I love these boots, honestly. They're great. But I think because of the limitations of classes, I have to put it at A tier. 10 magic defense is amazing. Like it's so much stats. For you to have an idea, it would this is called here in Ragnarok Line, we have two kinds of magic defense. One is soft and one is hard, right? So hard magic defense like these, which are given by stats of items or things like that, this gives you even resistances to the amount of time you can stay within debuffs. Like if you're frozen, the more magic defense, flat magic defense you have, the higher the shorter you stay frozen or stone cursed or any of the debuffs, you know. So I think this is a crazy good item, like absolutely crazy. But I will only leave it at S tier because of the limitations of classes. Here we're looking at a pretty close copycat of the ones we just saw. It drops from Karat, which is a mob in class high. It's quite, it doesn't, there isn't a lot of it, but there's a decent amount. However, I don't like this shoes for two main reasons. One, it doesn't have a slot. Two, it gives only 5 magic defense. It's pretty hard to get. You can get it to get slotted by a socket enchant, but unfortunately I'm gonna have to put this at a C. That's our first C. I really don't like it. I really think it's, to me it could be as low as a F tier, but I think because of the 5 flat magic defense, it's still pretty decent, right? Let's go to the next one. Freako's shoes. Oh, let me zoom out a little bit. So here on Freako's, we are looking at 2 agility, right? And on top of it, and there's also 3 agility down here that you can see, but it gives a flat 2 agi and increases the value of all these potions by 20%. Dude, this is a really good a really good also shoes to have, because it gives the +2 agility, it gives the 20%, and if you have an alchemist that is ranked, you can get as much as like 60% buff, 80% buff on the value of the potions if you're crafting yourself. So you can become unkillable at some point, you know. And I think, but I'm not gonna put this one as high as the others because of the fact that I don't quite like the combo, and it doesn't have a slot. I still think this is only good for people who are the increase on potions. This is only good for people who are looking to farm heavily and use pots, right? So because of that, I'm going to put Rico shoes at A tier, considering B tier even, but I will put at A tier. Okay, because it still has a decent amount of combo. It combos with Odin's blessings, but you have to get a Falcon muffler to go along with it. But the overall buff that it gives, it's pretty good. It's half of what we're looking at, almost half of what we're looking at the others. So that's why we're looking at a B tier here, right? Let's look at the next one. Goibne's Greaves. Alright, so this one is a drop from Thanatos Tower. This combo set, it's really good for beginners. Really good. I like you. And the overall, but because it is so limited, because it's only fully good because of the set of the full set, right? And this set is heavy. Like, of course every class can use it, but look at these weights: 350, 70 for shoes, 50 for a helmet, 70. These are crazy. Like, for you to think about the other shoes, look at what we're looking at here. Let me see another shoe that this is a heavy shoe too. Oh, Diablos boots. But look, even Diablos boots, this is one of the best boots in the game. The weight of it, 25. Okay, so these weights are crazy. And if you have a class that struggles with weight, struggles with carrying weight, you're gonna really struggle with this set. But if you just want flat HP, flat SP, this is the best one. It gives a ton of resistance. It makes your character extremely tanky. But you have to have strength points, unfortunately, or else you're never gonna be able to carry anything. All of these stats are amazing. Like these, you're looking for really stat items with the full combo. Okay, but because the boots are only giving 5%, right? With on top of the magic 3 defense, we're looking at this as being like an upgraded version of the Frico or something like that. So because of that, I'm gonna put that at a strong B tier because it's also very situation. It is the best of the B tier for sure, but um, but it's because of the weight, no slot. You have to put it at a B tier. All right. Next one, we're looking at Greaves slotted. Greaves slotted is really good for mainly paladins. Okay, it doesn't give any extra stats. It just gives this flat 5 defense right here you're looking at. And the major problem is that it's limited. These are the only 2 classes you can use. So if these are the only 2 classes you can use, you really cannot make this a great boot, you know. So unfortunately, there are slotted and unslotted ones, but we're just gonna go with the slotted one. I'm gonna put it at a strong C tier. It's good as like an initial item when you first start, right? But it's not even near the closest best item, right? Unless you're just looking for a straight flat defense and you want to put this +9 and put like an ice titan on it, then you do you, boo boo. But yeah, I don't believe that's a great idea. Now let's go to, in my opinion, the best boot in the game. Diablos boots, highly competitive, highly sought after. It only drops from one mob and one mob only, and that's Wounded Morak and the Wounded Morak. And here is what we're looking at: increases max energy 10 times by your base level. So your base, you're getting 1,000. Uh, what? Yeah, well, basically 1,000 HP bonus with the boots. So this is 1k HP alone if you're level 99. Crazy. Now when you're looking at what combos with, this is also the best garment in the game for pre-renewal. All right, when you're looking at here what combos and what it does, it gives an additional 6% HP on top of doing all of these stuff. Okay, so man, you know, now that I'm looking at, I want to say S tier, that this is the best boots, but I'm gonna have to put it at a low S tier even. Oh, sounds crazy. Actually, I'm gonna put, it's because it has a slot, right? So it has a slot and it combos with, yeah, this is the great. Is it better than these? No, it's not better than Divergent boots, but it's a strong second. I think Divergent is the best, and then this is the second boot for sure. Yeah, the combo it gives with the Diablos Monteal is just so broken, bro, because the Monteal, right, it gives this flat neutral property resistance, an extra 100 HP, so you get now 1100, and increases damage. Oh, dude, it's just so good. So now imagine here, like, if you are getting 10%, if you're getting 6%, and you still have a slot, you can put a green Ferris card on this boot, and now you're getting 16% on top of the 1100 HP. Okay, so we're talking crazy numbers here, bro. All right, next one, crystal pumps. Crystal pumps. So Crystal Pump has 0 defense, but it has these stats right here. And these are the main stats, mainly this one right here. If you have any class that brews or that forges or that it has any stats with luck, you want Crystal Pumps. Even characters that are like hunters that have builds that are blitz focused, you know, that they want to auto attack and just let their falcon go fucking bonkers, they want this. This is one of the main things I look after from my brewer. I love making a brewer, and this is a high fashion shoe bootlegger version. Sure, it gives 0 defense, but I still think this is one of the best shoes because you can get very early on through marionettes, and it gives all the stats you truly need. And I'm gonna put this bad boy at a strong A tier. It's the only shoes that gives luck. I would put it S tier, but I can't. I can't let my heart do that because 0 defense is atrocious, right? Next one, we're going to Boots Slotted. Boots Slotted, it's the best boots for old times. So if you're looking at old times, these are the boots you would die for to get in all of your non-magical classes as the highest defense at a time, and one of the lowest weights considered to the defense ratios, right? So because of that, this is the most standard one. I'm gonna put it at a strong. I believe it's a little bit better than shoes, and if you have a +9 of this one, it's much more impressive than a +9 of this one of the shoes. So because of that, I will put it at a strong. Yeah, I'll put it like this. I think like this, I like it. It's a little bit better than the shoes, and that's just all that it is, right? And the last one on the list is black leather shoes. Why I did skip one, but it's okay. I'll go back to it. 1 agility, and if you get to rename +9, it gives +2, so that will be a total +3. And you can socket enchant, so you can give it a slot, right? And what we're looking at here is a quite crappy boot unless you have a shit ton of money to slot it, you know. The I don't even like the full set that much because it does give 10% increase flee with the 2 of them and another 2 agility with this garment. But I'm gonna tell you the truth, I'm gonna put this at a weak B tier because it's very situational. It's a little bit better than Shackles in my eyes, and it's only good if you leave it at +9. And at the point putting it this at +9, then sure, but it's like a Shackles, you know. It's only situational if you have all these other requirements to make it good, or else it's pretty shit. It's a +1 agility boots that you can only use on trans classes as well. So I could even put it as low as a C tier, but I'm gonna leave it here in respect of what I did for the Shackles. And the last 2, these are super novice boots, right? This is an F tier because it gives absolutely nothing. It just gives flat defense. That's it. And this I'm gonna put a C tier because it's a little bit better, and you know the combos for super novice are pretty shit. They're not. I mean, I think this one is pretty good. So it gives 100 HP, and the combo is going to give here. This is what the combo gives. The combo is giving 900 HP plus 10 HP plus 10 100 SP, 3% auto casting. Assumption. Okay. Assumption is really, really good. So I think I'm gonna put this one at a B tier because of the full set, because it's pretty cool. Yeah, and that should close our thing. this is what we're looking at. These are all the best from left to right to worse. And I feel pretty happy about this. Let me know what you guys think. I hope I didn't drag this on for way too long, but I love doing videos like this. And if you guys liked it, let me know. Leave a comment, subscribe, follow us, follow our journey. And I'm gonna keep growing, keep doing content, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. All right, thank you so much, and I hope you guys all have a great day. Peace, peace, peace.